All right, so, and let me get the sideboard out of the way. All right, the first thing that I'm going to do today is I'm going to play Gabe Nassif's list from the European RC this weekend. Gabe came to actually some amount of conclusions that I came to with this deck as well last week on stream, which is kind of cool. Some different things too, but just some of the Fury things he did kind of match what I was doing and thinking about with this deck, which is kind of cool. So let's kind of go over some of those things. First of all, he's playing one Rafine's Tower, so he agrees that the Rafine's Tower does help the mana a little bit and is worth playing some number of, but his number is only one. So we'll have to see how the mana functions for us today. He's also down one Iganjo and playing a Plains. I would imagine that's kind of a nod to random stuff like Field of Ruin effects. It's kind of nice to have a one-of basic in your deck, just kind of make you a little cleaner against that. But it's also nice that, like, you're going to have the legendary land thing come up less, where you have to, like, sack a land to hit a land drop type of deal. He also came to the conclusion that he did not want AO, which is interesting. So we're not playing AO, but our replacement for AO in this deck, instead of playing Razorlash Transmogrant copies 2 and 3, he's playing Guardian Nubidalia, which is... It kind of serves a similar purpose to Razorlash in the fact that it is a sticky 2-drop that Grixis really will have a problem dealing with. It attacks really well. It gives the deck some amount of manipulation, which is really nice with the Enlist mechanic. We can do some really cool stuff with it. So I'm excited to try this one out today. A card that did pop up a little bit last week in some of the RCs, but Nassif decided he wanted to try 2 copies in addition to the one of Transmog, so I'm excited to try it out. He's on 2 Ravenmans. This was the conclusion we kind of came to last week as well, is that we wanted the Ravenman, so I'm excited to still have that in my deck. I'm a little interested in only 3 copies of Skrelv, but on some level I understand it, because flooding on Skrelv is egregious. It's one of the worst top decks in the deck in the mid to late game, in my opinion. And, you know, you want it on turn 1, but not playing 4. I mean, I kind of understand why people are not playing 4, and I think it's kind of a bad card post-board in some matchups, so I think not having that 4th copy will be nice. I still typically leave the 3 in against decks like Mono Red, Toxic, things like that, but it's one of the worst spells in the deck in those matchups, so kind of interesting. Everything else kind of the same at the 2-drop slot. Won't go into any more detail there. It's clear that he also agrees that Adeline was not all that impressive. He's down to 2 copies in the main deck, none in the sideboard. This was kind of my conclusion I came to last week as well, as I really wasn't loving Adeline, so I can see trying 2 copies instead of 4. 4 felt like too many when I was playing the deck, so I'm excited to try out 2 copies. Maybe it'll look better in moderation. We'll have to see. He's playing 2 copies of Gix. Gix was pretty impressive for me in that second league we played, when we added Gix to the list last week, so I'm excited to play those again. We've got, obviously, the 4 Rafine. This is why you play Esper right here. This card is busted. This card is absolutely insane. Getting access to Skrelv was huge for this deck. The deck just has a much better curve than it used to have. But Rafine is busted. This card is absolutely insane. It lets you manipulate your deck so much and puts people on such a quick clock, too. So this is why Esper is right there with Grixis in this format, I think. And we can kind of tell from the top 8 of this European event. I think it was like almost half Grixis, half Esper, like a 3-4 split, and then there was like 1 mono red or 1 toxic or 1 mono white mid-range, I forget. But I could go look, but not that big of a deal. The point is, the takeaway from this weekend for me, and I think for most people, is going to be that Esper and Grixis, these are the 2 decks that I think just continue to prove to be really, really good. So far, Japan Esper was great, Grixis was great, and now Europe, Grixis was great, Esper was great. So unless something weird changes in the next few weeks, these are like the 2 decks in Standard that are really going to be duking it out at the top. You've got other decks that are there and are certainly playable, and maybe if these 2 get in a big arms race, those decks can kind of creep back into the picture, those being Toxic, Mono Red, Soldiers, stuff like that. But right now, these are the 2 decks that really seem to be the decks to beat, and probably will be the most popular decks at the American RC, would be my guess. But obviously, we've got some weeks to go, So we'll see what happens. But I'm really going to focus the next few weeks on playing Standard, but I'm also going to be really focused on these decks because my testing team has been looking at Esper now for a few weeks. Now with these results, we're really going to try and look at it harder. I want to try and, while I'm streaming, also be getting data for my testing team. And so we're really going to focus on Esper specifically because that's a deck that I can man well on Moto. And we'll do a little bit of Grixis here or there as well, but that's probably going to be more so on Arena because I don't want to have to deal with the time constraints that Moto is going to put me under. So that's kind of where we're gonna be with this for the next few weeks. So sorry if it gets a little repetitive, but really trying to focus and dial in and be ready. And we might do a little bit, you know, we might mix some other decks in there here or there, but every single day I'm going to do, at least one league with Esper. That is my goal. So when you come here, you can expect to see a league of Esper for the next couple weeks. Various lists. Today we're going to try Nassif's. Tomorrow I was thinking I might try the challenge winning list that also won the challenge this weekend. So Esper is just really, really making waves now. And this is very clearly going to be a main archetype, I think, in this format. So, but anyway, that's kind of my 2 cents. I know I kind of went in a tangent there. But Nassif's on 2 copies of Toulouse, 2 copies of Airtight, 2 copies of Shieldred. This is what we were doing as well last week. I think this is just the correct 4-drop assortment that I want, but I know the challenge winning list is on 4 Shieldred. I guess it really depends. I think Airtight gives you a little bit of coverage, though, which is nice. I like being able to interact. I think it's a pretty clean card. I've been happy with it. Sideboard. Nassif definitely did. I think some of this is a little bit of the open deck list format. He's got like 5 1-ofs in his sideboard. Some of them just make sense. Like the third Go for the Throat, you're going to bring this in against any Shieldred deck. You're also going to bring it against all the aggro decks. It's just a good, clean card. He's doing that instead of the 4th cut down. Makes sense to me. He's got 2nd copy of Razor Lash. Obviously, this is coming in against Grixis. He's got 2 more copies of Loran. We had 3 Lorans in our sideboard last week. He has 1 in the main. It's for Grixis, especially on the draw. It's a very good, useful card in Standard right now. He's got 1 copy of Kaito Dancing Shadow, 1 copy of Kaito Shizuki, 1 copy of the Wandering Emperor. I think all 3 of these are good cards, certainly, and they're probably all 3 of them coming against Grixis, but I think certainly Shizuki and Dancing Shadow come in against Grixis. But the thing about having one of all these walkers is your opponent never knows which one you're going to have, but you're probably going to have one of them because, you know, I mean, this is, together, this is like a 3 of, and they're all really impactful cards in the matchups where they're going to be impactful, but especially against Grixis, like I said, you're probably bringing all 3 in. This is really hard to play around. Which one of do you have? You know, all of them are good. All of them are useful. Difficult for the Grixis player to kind of think, okay, what one am I playing around, right? I feel like this was a little bit of that from Nassif, is just kind of using the open deck list to his advantage. I kind of feel the same way about this random 1-of to populate. Nobody ever has any idea when this is coming in, but it's probably coming in against like Mono Red, Toxic, things like that. But like playing around a 1-of is so hard, but just being aware it's there like is gonna make people play slightly differently, and that's like a very real thing. And he could just draw it too. And again, the deck like sees a lot of cards, so it can find these 1-ofs. Like Esper Legends is a deck that can certainly find its 1-ofs out of the board because it digs deep. More Esper Legends, yes, Stormy. Yes, I know we're kind of beating a dead horse here, but at the same time, we're really not, because the deck just was very dominant in Europe, and also won the challenge this weekend. So we're really going to dial in on Esper and Grixis in the next few weeks. I'm going to do, I was telling chat earlier, I'm going to do a league, at least a league a day of Esper, different builds of Esper every single day, just to kind of keep getting data for my testing team and keep learning how to play the deck better myself. Keep learning things that I like and don't like. All right, sweet. Well, that's good. I don't know if somebody might get bored of it. I know I probably wouldn't want to watch the exact same thing every day, but we'll also mix it up a little bit. I'm gonna, like I said, one league a day of Esper, and then we might do some like random silly stuff here or there still in the afternoons. Yeah, no, I agree. The Legends lists are good. One really interesting card that Nassif is playing, and funny enough, I've tested this card a little bit myself as well. I went off it because I didn't think that the aggro decks were popular enough, but it is really good against Wedding Announcement too, so it's kind of funny to think about this one. But Night Clubber. For those that don't know what this one does, it was kind of a limited all-star, honestly. Very good uncommon and limited, but when it enters the battlefield, creatures your opponents control get -1/-1 until end of turn. It's a 2 black, 1 generic 2/2, but it also has Blitz, which means you can play it, it gets haste, you sack it on the end step, you draw a card, it still will get the ETB trigger. Pretty real card against, like, Toxic, maybe a real card against Wedding Announcement decks, I'm not sure, but definitely an interesting card. Flashbacks to that Gritztis matchup, yeah. Yeah. But anyway, this Nightclubber card, it's real. It's a sweet card, so I'm excited to try it out. But yeah, oh yeah, and then we got a couple copies of Temp Lockdown. This is mostly for aggro decks, specifically Toxic. I think it's going to be really good there. But that's, I think, kind of why these are here. So Nassif has a pretty unique build in various ways. I'm excited to try this out. Should be pretty good. That being said, we've got it built. Let's hop in, shall we? Standard League. Here we go. At some point, I do want to do the Mana Traders series too, but I didn't end up having time to ask people about it this weekend. I kind of forgot about it, to be honest. I did win an RCQ this weekend, so that was pretty nice. I played Shota Red-Black. I'm now 19-2 with that deck across Moto and Paper, so I've been doing really well. Turns out Hall of Famers know how to take the best deck and just make it even better. Alright, well, I would like to play first. Alright, this mana is disgusting, but I still might keep this hand anyway, honestly. On the play, Thalia, Adeline, I mean, I think that's good enough. I really hate that I'm missing a color here, though, but I think because I'm on the play, I'm going to roll with this. I'm going to take that stop off for now. It's going to save me a little bit of time. I'm just going to lead on Shattered Sanctum here. Any land I play is kind of a giveaway. I'm Esper. Could, like, lead on Takanuma, but I think that's silly. It might be a spell later. Okay. I'm just going to play Caves here. Caves, Thalia, go. I think that's better than Guardian. I will say Guardian and Adeline is kind of gross. That's fair, Stormy. Yeah, I really don't know what's right and what isn't, because obviously, like, two of the lists that did well were doing just that, right? I think they were doing the 29 land thing. They were on, literally, one of the lists was exactly the same as my testing groups, minus the 2 transmogs. My testing group didn't love transmog. I have been liking transmog, as we saw on stream last week, but my group has not agreed with me yet. But I think Europe's pretty good indication that that card might just be really good. Everybody was playing it, right? Nassif's playing 1 in the main, 1 in the board, and 2 copies of Guardian and Nubenalia, which, as I said earlier, is kind of like a transmog, but it can also block. It's a little more flexible. Anyway, we're going to play this Adeline. I think this is better than Guardian of Nubenalia, but maybe it wasn't. I don't know. It's possible Guardian was actually better here. I didn't think hard enough about that. Wait, what? He just didn't block? Is he high? Alright, opponent forgot to block a 1/1. That's disgusting. Now they can't cut down Adeline. That is absolutely a disgusting no block. That's part of the reason I'm wondering if Adeline was bad, is like he could have just gone sack Blood Tithe, kill Thalia, cut down your Adeline, and then we have nothing. Whereas if I would have played the Guardian, that's not a possible play. I should have played Guardian. This was not a good play on my part. My opponent punted and didn't block a 1/1 token, but, like, I did not play well around cut down at all here. But, because my opponent didn't make the obvious block, and for some reason they're still just leaving Thalia in play. Alright, things are getting good now. I think I want blue mana so I can use this, but let's go ahead and get this guy down. Makes the Adeline larger. Opponent might just be playing an Atraxa deck, looking at this weird mana here. Alright, combat. Attack. Triggers. Always yield to this guy. Got Iganjo for this Blood Tithe. Man, talk about a nightmare. Not using the Blood Tithe to kill Thalia, and now getting Iganjo'd and just not even having it at all. I mean, this is a huge yikes situation here. It's, like, embarrassing how bad that no block was. Just completely snowballing out of control. Like, imagine if he does have a cut. I mean, I guess he doesn't have a cut down, clearly, with how this is all going, but still, that is just ridiculous. All right, play this, go. Our mana is good now. I don't really see me losing this game, but there are worlds where I could lose. Okay, pitches, negate, sure. Brotherhood's End, but then I make this indestructible. Go to combat next turn and enlist this using the Adeline. The Adeline Guardian is kind of awesome. My mom's in a Traxa deck? Alright, man. Alright, Corpse Appraiser, it resolves. I can just F6. He can't do anything else that matters here. I just get Otawara this. He loses. I'm curious how this game goes if my opponent doesn't not block the 0-1 and then sacks and kills Dahlia. Like, this was a real game if my opponent didn't just play poorly. Might be a bit of, like, Moto shenanigans, too. They might have just, like, F6'd or whatever, right? And then they didn't get the option to block. So, a little bit of an asterisk next to this one. Let's go ahead and bounce this and watch our opponent concede. Okay. Begin combat. I'm not even going to bother with the enlist thing. Obviously, enlisting here is correct, but that's just more clicks. Alright. So, opponent is playing Grixis, I think. They had a Rafine's Tower. It's a little odd. Maybe they're doing a little more. They might be Atraxa. Maybe they're Grixis Atraxa, right? With that mana. Either way, I think these are going to be nice. I think this is going to be nice. The Lorans are probably good, especially given I'm on the draw, which means I probably don't want Adeline and I probably don't want Gix on the draw. Kaito's better. I think I want it to lose. We don't typically like against Grixis. I want the Wandering Emperor. That might just be how I want to sideboard. I probably want to go for the Throat. I think it seems good here to have another answer to Shelly, especially on the draw. Just a good, clean removal spell. I may trim a Raven Man because I went up a Transmog, right? So I'm still at the same amount of 2-drop creatures. The curve has not changed. I kind of like this. We're a little heavy at the 4 slot, which I'm not sure if that's good, but it's probably what I'm going to do. And then on the play, we're gonna change this pretty significantly. I'm not even sure if the Wandering Emperor is good here, to be honest. Maybe I don't want it, actually. I don't really get the benefit of, like, my opponent being afraid of it from the random one-of in the sideboard trick that you get in open deck lists, because my opponent doesn't even know I'm playing Nassif's list, really. They probably assume I am, because they saw a Guardian, but they have no idea if I've made slight adjustments. Yeah, okay, so maybe I just want to keep a Gix. Gix could be really good. I'm a little glutted at the 3 slot at that point, though. I don't know, though. Not any more so than I was in the first game, right? I had 2 Adelines, 2 Toulouses, Oloran, 4 of these, so we had... Yeah. I think I'm going to leave a Gix in. Let's see if it can convert. Because Gix is kind of sweet with Guardian and Transmog. 2 creatures they don't really want to kill. It doesn't die to cut down ever, which is nice. I guess ever. A little bit of a lie. Because they can blood tithe it for neg 2, and then cut it down. I've done that to people before, but that's a fine exchange for me, so... Excuse me. DBZ, I'm still thinking about it. Larry tells me I shouldn't go and should just test standard, and he is correct. I should really be focused on standard, but at the same time, I'm a little upset I didn't get to race at the end of the Players, you know, I didn't get to be involved in that race for the Players' Championship at the end of last season, and I was certainly live for it. Not saying I would have made it, not saying I wouldn't have, but I was certainly right in the thick of it there, and then obviously getting sick, I couldn't participate, which is just how it went, but I also have been doing really well in Pioneer lately, so I feel like the Sunday event I can do pretty well. Oh, that makes sense, DBZ. Yeah, I'm thinking about just doing both, but we'll see. Julia has something she wanted me to go with her to that weekend too, so we'll just kind of see where things go. I'm gonna keep this. This is a little bit of a loose keep. My hand has a lot of threes, but we're on the draw. We have good mana. We have Skrelv on 1. We have very good cards. I just, like, need to draw a land. And honestly, drawing a 2-drop here is, like, good too, so... Because I have so many good draws. I'm just going to attack for 1. Assume our opponent is going to go Fable on their turn. We'll see, though. Alright, so he is playing Atraxa. He missed his land. He's trying to find it here, I think. Huh. That was a really good draw. I think I might actually play Gix and just attack with Skrelv. It's bad against the Brotherhood's End, though. Which he could definitely have. Yeah. We'll establish Rafine. Let's do this. This just makes sense. Nothing tells me he has a cut down yet, and if he did have cut down, the Gix really isn't that impressive because he just kills the Skrelv, so. Go. Sure. So I could leave up Airtie here, but I just don't think that's a really good plan. Who knows? Maybe I was supposed to play Gix first because it didn't get cut down. It's kind of hard to say. I mean, you can either play around cut downs or Brotherhood's End there. Can't really play around both. You had to have double cut down for that line. So I think it's okay. I think I'm just going to play Rafine again. Make him... Or I guess, never mind. He had Go for the Throat. He could have dealt with Gix. What am I talking about? Sorry, chat. Still waking up. One thing's for sure. I cannot leave up Airtie. We have to try and establish the board before leaving up Airtie. Question is, do I want Rafine or Gix? Rafine gets second copy of Cut Down, but if he had that, he maybe would have used that already, although he may have just gone for maximum mana efficiency, too. Huh. I'm gonna go with this. Very close, but... I'm gonna bluff Spell Pierce here, even though we all know I don't have that, but... Just gonna act like I have something that I don't here. I don't think the 1 point of damage is gonna make the difference. In paper, obviously, open deck list, I wouldn't make this play. They know I don't have Spell Pierce. This would maybe signal cut down, but I'm not bringing in cut down in this matchup. Anybody would know that. Alright. I'd probably lose. The bluff did not work. Unfortunate. Really need to draw a go for the throat. Badly. Otawara's like okay too, I guess. That is not it. I guess I can just air tie it. What did he get? Go for the throat, Otawara. Okay. So he only got 2 cards off this Atraxa. This is actually beatable. Okay, it's kind of sick. Huh. So if I Otawara that, I can buy back Transmog. Which is probably better, because then I can keep Airtie to counter later. Alright, you can have this back. Bad tapping on my part there. I'm supposed to tap the Plaza and just leave up Double Sanctum so I can buy it back end step. Now I have to buy it back as soon as he tries to kill my Rafine. Hate that. It's really, really bad play on my part, but not paying enough attention to my mana there. Whatever. We'll be alright. What is this? Big score. Okay. That is really annoying. Oh, he keeps Atraxa in his hand, huh? Okay. So he's just trying to hardcast Atraxa? That's not going to look great against this Airtie. And he's back. Transmogran is back in town. Huh. So, yeah, they just moved to combat. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't need to do anything. Like, I'm just in good shape. Okay. Thanks for the offer, man. Appreciate it. I think we're set, but appreciate the offer nonetheless. I think I target the Razor Lash here. Probably Loran and Gix, and then I just play Plaza, play Thalia, go. I think I like that a lot. Okay. Transmogrant looking great yet again. Been very impressed with this card. I'm just going to tap both these. Play this. Go ahead. I guess I could have left up Plaza to, like, have protection, but I think this is fine. Well, there's no way my opponent can hardcast Atraxa here. It's just such a terrible play into Airtie. Wow, he's just going for it, huh? Well, good game. Good game, sir. Okay, not a game I thought we were going to win, to be honest, but time to just beat the turn 5 Atraxa, I guess. Alright, that was sweet. Try and keep mental note of how often we draw Transmog and bring it back. So that was 1. It is a 2 of, yeah. They also just lose to Go for the Throat there too, though, right? They lose to Otawara, Go for the Throat, and Airtie. They lose to 8 cards. Going with that play. And I've already used 1 Otawara, so they lose to 7 cards. Just auto die to any of those cards. And I might be forgetting something. There might be something else they died to there, too. But maybe they just had to get... Maybe their hand just sucked. I mean, obviously their hand was not very good if they went for it, so... I don't know. I'm keeping this. Ooh, actually... The mana here is disgusting, but I still think I need to keep this hand. Huh. I mean, I'm going to keep it. The mana's bad, but if I'm not drawing lands, I'm drawing other spells I can play, hopefully. Match. I want to get this guy going. Hit a white source, I can enlist. If I don't hit a white source, I can play Skrelv and enlist off this and dig to the white source. Normally, I think Thalia is a really bad card in this matchup. Do I still feel that way here? I will say it has more power, so it gives me more power when I'm attacking on this, which is probably legit here. If I play Skrelv, I get to hold up Otawara. But I might want this as a land drop for Shieldred. This also protects Shieldred from Go for the Throat, so... Huh. Alright, I'm gonna leave myself with the most options. Let's play Skrelv. Combat. Enlist. What's this? Huh. And I lied about the Otawara play. I forgot this wasn't legendary. What am I discarding here? Probably Thalia. Maybe Adeline. Huh. I think it's Thalia. Adeline's going to be so sick with Guardian to be able to enlist this every turn. Pretty rude of my opponent there. Not a fan of that. It's a little bit gross. Little bit gross. Probably should not be F6 in case he tried to go for the throat again, but... Okay. Well, now I get to play Shieldred here. Okay, now I get to keep the Otawara. Let's go. And I can cast Adeline later. And I get to hit him really hard here, too. Yo, I think this Guardian card might just be really good. I just get to attack him for 6. This is awesome. This is so gas. Loving this card already. Alright, and enlist, please. Oh, I can't enlist a creature I just played. Never mind. That's alright. We can enlist later, but... okay. So, I guess I just don't have attacks here. Yeah, there's no reason to attack. F6. Go. Forgot that with enlist you gotta wait. He has one too. It's annoying. Okay. Okay. Question is, when do I want to Otawara? It actually is going to be on his turn, I believe. And then he could Plaza it. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Yeah, so maybe I just play Adeline, then bounce. That's probably gonna be the line. Yeah. It's a nice... it's a fine draw. So if I play this, this will be 1 mana. Let's do this. Boom. Boom. So, I can't enlist off Adeline, but I can enlist off Shieldred. I would like to enlist. This, yield to this, yield to this. Igancho and Caves both don't really do anything for me here, I don't think. No, I don't like either of these at all. We want more Otawara, go for the throat, stuff like that. Yeah, Not a fan of Iganjo at all. So, bottom. He's priced into just replaying Shieldred here. I guess, you know what? Maybe I should have kept the Iganjo, because then, like, nothing can block the... Yeah, I think I may have screwed that up. Alright, take 7, you go to 11, then you go to 9 on the draw. Have to replay Shieldred. Do they attack with Rafine? I don't even know that they can afford to attack with Rafine anymore, but I don't know. Maybe they have to. The problem is I have Skrelv and can just give Guardian unblockable and then enlist Adeline. So they're getting hit for a lot. Okay. Problem, though, is if you attack, yeah. Okay. Okay. So I do have to think about Iganjo. Something I have to consider here. That's interesting. So yeah, I just play Rafine. Blue. I'll leave up Iganjo or Otawara. Probably Otawara. White. Black. So I'll be able to put my opponent to 1. Also attack the Adeline, but I think I'd rather enlist for the Scry. Yeah. Combat. I will be pitching the Denic, certainly. List off this. Okay. I think that's all. See, he only has 2 blocks. But he could have an Iganjo. Oh yeah, I get to connive on it. He's just dead. He's just literally dead on board. I guess I would attack with this, too. No huge reason not to. Shieldred's not coming in, but these are. I want to resolve this last. So I click it first. Target this. So they can Iganjo, I can save it, obviously. And then if I draw any spell, they die. I guess maybe I was supposed to send Shieldred, because it gives me one more look at a spell if I draw 2 lands here, but... I don't know, this, like... Because he has to, he's priced into Iganjo here, right? He has to Iganjo here. Yeah, I screwed this up. I was supposed to send Shieldred here. These are fine, top. Opponent's dead regardless. Activate. Pitch. You die. Good game. And F6. Alright, well, Guardian of Numenalia was absolutely cracked in this game. Absolutely cracked. So I'm already seeing why this card is in the deck. It's just way better than Transmog in the mirror. Okay. That was insanely impressive. Alright, Thalia is just garbage. Don't want that at all. I don't love these cards on the draw, but I like them quite a bit on the play, I think. All the cut downs, the go for the throat, those are obvious. I feel like I want to make some more changes. I kind of want to bring in, I know this is like somewhat narrow, but I kind of want to try Loran for Skrelv. Maybe it's a little too narrow. Maybe I just keep the one of the Mize to hit Skrelv. I kind of like that. Let's keep the Mize. I don't know if they're on wedding announcements yet. If I see wedding announcement, I can bring more in. Like my 4s. I'm not sure about Gix and Adeline on the draw, although I'll tell you what, Adeline and Guardian is disgusting. This pair is really good. Really good. I kind of don't like Gix, given that I'm on the draw. What would I rather have? Is the Wandering Emperor a real card here? Can't really deal with Rafine until you have 5 mana. It's kind of a joke. I mean, I guess that's not true. You can flash it in end step and then deal with it on your turn if they tapped it. Yeah, you know, I'm going to try it. Their Thalia should not be in their deck, I don't think. If it is in their deck, it's going to look really bad, but I'm just going to assume they're cutting the worst card. All right. How many 2s do we have? Still, I think I can afford to probably cut the Transmog. I'm not sure, though. I'm really not. It might be good enough. This is a really good attacker. I don't love the Gixes. If I try Kaito Shizuki, don't know if it's good or not, but I definitely like it on the play. I don't know about on the draw. Try something like this. Kaito might be nonsense. I don't know. I kind of like the idea, though, of play it minus, then it phases out, then I'm going to guaranteed get a draw 1 off it, and then they have to deal with it. Alright, we're going to keep this. Kind of an awkward hand. This is exactly kind of stuff I was worried about. It was kind of... The Wandering Emperor is really bad if he Thalias. Okay, so they have Skrelv. Yeah, I really wonder if I should just have all 3 Lorans on the draw. It's like, imagine if like either of these are Loran here, or this wouldn't be not in my deck, but if either of these are Loran here, this hand looks so much better. And a lot of lists are on 4 Skrelv, so it's like fairly likely they will have it. Okay, I'll take 1. Okay, so he likes this guy likes Transmog on the play. I don't actually think that's a bad call, funny enough. Alright, I might do the exact same thing when I'm on the play. We'll just kind of see. Kind of regretting this Wandering Emperor. Wish it were, like, actual anything else. I'm just going to attack. I don't think he's going to, like, chop the Denic. So, free damage, free toxic. Let's take it. Okay. He is going to kill the Denic. That is fine with me. Please draw an untapped black source. Thank you. Thank you, deck. Alright, now we go Gix, attack. I feel good. Alright, maybe Gix was good after all. Who knows? Combat. Attack. Really need to hit the lands. That's why I'm not just protecting Gix here. I don't know, maybe I'm supposed to protect Gix there, but if he go for the throats he's used both of his 2 copies. Now he can't beat the Shelly. So I think this is fine, unless he has 3rd go for the... He could have, like, Destroy Evils and stuff. It's a thing. I'd like an untapped white source now. Shucks. Can't get lucky every turn. Alright, so how do I want to do this now? They just want to get the Shelly and play and protect it with Skrelv, yeah? Seems right. He could Otawara me, I guess. Oh, no, he can't Otawara, actually. reason to attack. It's F6. Next turn I can rebuy Denick. Or I can go for the Throat Cut Down. Cut down Skrelv, go for the Throat or Rafine. Okay, here comes, I assume, Rafine. Wedding announcement. Alright, yeah, that's doing, like, nothing here. That's okay with me. Hopefully can kill him before that's relevant. Really? You're gonna pay 2 life for this? Okay. Fine with that. I don't... What? Green. Yikes. Yikes. Alright, that was bad. That was Moto Misclick 101 right there. Things you'll see on my stream at least 4 times a day. Kinda kidding, but... Alright, well, so far, my takeaways. Guardian has been awesome. Transmog has been awesome. We've drawn them both once. They've both been absurd. Alright, let's keep playing, but yeah, we haven't dropped a game yet. Would like to play first. Winning all these die rolls has been helpful. Alright, so I'm going to keep this hand, and I'm not going to Skrelv on turn 1. I think this is a play a Sanctum on turn 1, then play Guardian, then we'll figure it out from there. But Guardian into Adeline or Ravine is just exactly what I want to be doing. But I am going to keep this. Not having blue sucks, but I don't think I'm supposed to mull these hands. Adeline is like... never going to get cut down because of Guardian. These two play really well together. Really, really well together. I'm going to take this stop off for now, or play this, say go. See if we're playing a mirror against Grixis. Alright, it's Grixis. Second Adeline there is pretty disgusting. We only played 2 in the deck, but whatever. Play this guy. F6. Okay, we can't F6 anymore, so... Okay, is this the mirror? Yes, it is. Alright. So annoying you can't enlist creatures that you play. God, dude. What bad draws. Second copy of Skrelv and thus the second Adeline. We only played 2. So gross. I think the keep was fine. I think I'm supposed to keep these, but a little bit unfortunate. It just really sucks I can't enlist this Skrelv. That'd be so nice. We're in trouble. They just like drop a Rafine here and I'm going to fall very far behind very quickly. About everything went wrong with this keep. I don't know, maybe I was supposed to mull? I really don't think I was. 27 land deck, every land in the deck entered untapped. It's kind of not running great. It's fine. I think we're like 70%, I think, to hit the land-ish. Maybe a little less, probably maybe like 65, 60. Yeah, it was turn 3. I guess we only get 2 looks though. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was a bad keep. The thing is though, if I hit the land, like I'm just 60% to kind of just auto win the game in my opinion. Like this, even if I don't hit blue, like the Adeline, like the curve was just so good that I feel like I was supposed to do it, but I could block, but I don't like that. It's like somewhat free to block, but... Alright, well we did it blue, so now we get to play the game. get to play the game. Now the question is, what card do I play? Adeline sets up the best with Guardian by like a lot. Rafine looting, though, might be necessary. I need to find probably like a Go for the Throat or another Iganjo. I think I just have to Rafine because I'm behind now. The question is, do I enlist the Skrelv for a Scry 2? If they spend their turn killing Rafine, that's a pretty bad turn. I guess what's worst possible? Worst possible is land drop, 2-mana legend, and then Otawara. But I can't stop that with Skrelv anyway. And if they spend their turn go for the throating, I mean, that's 3 mana. They're not going to be able to do much else. I think I might be okay with that. I'm going to enlist. We need to find action. And it guarantees I get damage in here too. Alright, so I want this to happen last. Targeting here. Then I want to scry 2. Sure. Okay, let's scry 2. Those don't really do anything for me. The land is kind of interesting, I guess. Land drop might be good, but we can probably do better than that. I don't know. I kind of need lands to win this game, I feel like. It's going to be kind of critical. I'm going to... Man. I think I bottom Denick, keep the land, actually. It's kind of close. Yeah, this is tough. This is really, really tough. I think I really want to find an answer for Rafine, though. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that one does enough at all. And maybe I just keep digging for Go for the Throat. Or Otawara here. We get a loot. I'm just going to bottom this. Screw it. Alright, second Guardian, probably not needed, but second Skrelv is probably the worst card in my hand, so let's get rid of that. Go ahead. Second Guardian could randomly have text at some point, I guess. I don't know. So they're on the wedding announcement main deck build. Targets the Rafine. I think I cannot block. Oh, he has a Go for the Throat, maybe. Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? I think I played this right. I think I needed to enlist to get that scry. Go for the Throat's a 2 of. Like 3 Otawaras. It's more likely I would get Otawara. Miss Land Drop might just come to bite us. And that's really, really what this game probably came in. So annoying. I literally said what worst possible was, and here it is. Pretty gross. Alright, I'm going to add a lean, but I think we've lost here. I did jinx myself, that's true. To be fair, DBZ, it's 27. This version's 27. Nasif only played 27. Is it even worth leaving this? I think I need to scry again, so I'm just going to enlist. Like, we gotta find something. Those are not it. Bottom. Yeah, the problem here is, like, we're getting hit too hard. We just fell behind. I mean, that missed land drop was really just everything. That's alright, though. I think there's still, like, a very small outside chance we can manufacture a win here, but pretty unlikely. Jesus, dude. Just drew both copies of Go for the Throat in the top 14 cards. Give me a break. Like, there's no way I'm supposed to play around that, ever. You just drew a two of in the top 14. Alright. That is freaking disgusting, man. Maybe he's up a copy? I almost don't even believe he's on 2. That's just so absurdly unlikely. I'm sure him attacking all is good for me. A little surprised. I think you're supposed to target Denick with that one, and then the next one you target the Rafine, but maybe not. Yeah, it's fine. That's not it. Okay. Alright, well, I'm on the play. I certainly want that. Are these good? That's a real question. Alright, I don't think I want the Loran on the play. I think I like it on the draw a lot more. Dahlia's terrible. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, I kind of just like this, to be honest. Oh, wait, we saw wedding announcement. Does that... That definitely changes what I want to do, I think. Okay, let's cut this. I still like the Raven Man. Raven Man has synergy with Guardian, too, which is really cool. Alright, I want all the Lorans. He's on Skrelves and wedding announcements. It seems real. What do I not want? Maybe Toulouse, because he can get Otawarad. Toulouse has looked really good in the past in the mirror, though. I'm not sure if that's right. But I think that's what I'm going to try here. All of this looks pretty good to me. I think we do this. Kaito Dancing Shadow is interesting. But I think I just want Kaito Shizuki. This is super good on the play. I don't know, Dancing Shadow is a pretty nice card too. Kind of sick with the Lorans if they're able to get through, but unlikely they can get through in this matchup. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do this. Debate if this... Who won it? SO? Grixis. The 4 cut down Grixis deck won it. Which makes a lot of sense because Esper was everywhere. He played Esper 3 times and just had a good main deck for the Esper matchup. So he had a good read on the meta. I don't know. This Kaito Dancing Shadow is like so tempting. I don't remember his name, but if you just look on MTG Melee, I mean, I can pull it up after this match. Alright, I'm going to take the play. This hand is really awkward. Gosh dang it, dude. Do I have to mulligan this time? I still, like, 25 lands. I'm, like, 60... The problem is, though, I'm missing blue this time. Again, I'm missing blue again, but this time it's, like, a lot worse because I have a Kaito. I don't think I'm going to lose to this twice. I'm going to just be disciplined and not keep a garbage hand. Alright. Let's keep this. I'm going to get rid of One-Eye Ganjo, I think. Yeah, I like my spells. just gonna leave up the cut down, give him a little chop, tries any nonsense, get to cut him up. Okay, dead. Probably. I think we kill this. Yeah, I don't think we're not killing it. Let's put it that way. Die. We're gonna use our mana. Pretty good draw. Play this. Go. Yes. That's who won the event. He had a really good build into Esper, so it makes sense. And he played Esper 3 times to win the tournament, so. In top 8. He played it 3 times in top 8. Should specify, but. Okay, well, here we're just gonna leave up, go for the throat. Still just gonna leave, okay, that's like... If he plays Rafine and attacks, I just get to do the thing. I don't know, it's like kind of close. You could also just jam an Adeline and get kind of punished for playing the Raven Man. Huh. I don't know. If he... Alright, so let's try and map out what happens. So if he plays an Adeline specifically, he attacks. He could also play Wedding Announcement. I mean, Wedding Announcement really punishes this. I think I'm just going to do this because it lets me start enlisting. That's probably real in itself. Go ahead. I think being able to enlist is the key here. Opponent could also just have, like, cut down 2-drop. Should be really bad, but... We'll see what he does. I'm honestly just hoping you... No. Okay, I was gonna say I'm hoping he Rafines, but... Not the case. Okay, he's attacking. I guess that makes sense, because you know I'm about to enlist. If you don't kill the Raven Man. The Raven Man. Cut down. Gross. Okay. Well. Not terrible, I guess. Cannot enlist. He could have Iganjo'd that. That might have been a bad attack, honestly, because I wanted all my cards, but fortunately I got away with it. Yeah, that was probably a little loose. So I could have if he would have done it, I could have discarded the Raven Man, but I don't think I wanted to do that. I don't know. Maybe it was an okay attack. Sure. Attacks again. Does he kill the Raven Man again? I don't know. I'll point out, Transmog would have looked a lot better than Raven Man this game. Okay, I'm going to set an upkeep stop. We already know where this is going. Kill that. Okay, draw. Yikes. Alright, combat. And enlist. Enlist this guy. Scry 2. Go for the throat, definitely going to stay on top. I think I just topped the go, and then I put the land below that. So I got to do it like this on Moto, right? Top, then top. Reason I'm doing this is he could have another Shieldred. Too important. Could discard this other Guardian for a Raven. It's like, honestly, a somewhat considerable play, but I'm not going to do it. If I had a Rafine or something that paid off the Raven, maybe, but... SOXO, did you find a deck list for the that Grixis deck? If you did, would you mind just putting it in chat? Oh, nice. Okay, they're cycling. That's potentially very good for me. Because now I get a Raven. Okay, and now I get to start hitting him for 5 a turn. Unless he kills my Raven Man. Now I'm a little sad I kept the Go for the Throat on top. There's no way I can adjust that, sadly. Thank you, SO. Appreciate it. That's alright. I still think the Go for the Throat was the right keep. It just... I'm going to keep this in my hand for discard fodder, I think. I think I just attack with Guardian Bird. Why? Oh, does Enlist have to attack alone? It doesn't, right? Why can I not? I want to attack with these. What is happening right now? Let me attack with my bird. Do I have to enlist and then attack with other stuff? What is happening? That was like the opposite of what I wanted to do. What? Oh, I hate Moto so much. Alright, well, we'll put this here. That is so stupid. Why? Like, I was literally clicking the bird to attack with it, not enlist it. I was still declaring my attackers. I don't really understand what just happened. Did I, like... Maybe I looked away from combat in the middle of it or something, and then came back and, like, lost where I was when I went to chat? Is it? No, it's not. It enlisted. It's, like, totally not what was supposed to happen. It's just so bad. I'm just down 2 damage. It's absolutely disgusting how bad that was. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Things that would not happen in paper for 500, please. It's so annoying. Opponent should be at 16. The good news is it didn't, like, cost me a scry or anything. Also, the good news is he seems to be flooding. Alright, please, God, do this right this time, Moto. I would like to enlist and attack. What is going on? Can enlist only... Can you only attack alone? Yeah, maybe there is an order. This, okay, that's what's going on. Okay, that's so stupid. So not intuitive at all. Alright, I'll do this. Gix. Gix and Skrelv is, like, kind of nice. So let's really think about this here. I feel like my opponent might have a Go for the Throat, although if they did, maybe they would have killed the Raven Man by now, so maybe they don't. That's kind of close. I'm really in bad shape to air tie. What if I just play Guardian and say go, maybe? Leave Skrelv on top, and then I can protect Shieldred later. That's probably not right. I don't know, maybe both these are bad. Thinking about this more. Gix is interesting. Just doesn't let me double spell. I don't know, I think we can do better than these. It's kind of close. Let's see if we can recover. Okay. He's getting... Oh, wow, he's giving me another bird, and he doesn't have air tie up now? Oh, buddy. If you have a kill spell, you gotta kill the Raven Man now, right? It's, like, so nice. Otawara. I see. Okay. Well, he's gonna wish he had that back. Maybe. Depends if he has Go for the Throat, I guess. We're still gonna get a Raven here, which is pretty real. I'm just gonna drop Shelly. Get a Raven. Go ahead. Okay. Doesn't have Go for the Throat in hand, or he would have done it. So, feel pretty real. If I get to untap with Plaza up, I think we win. We'll see, though. I mean, he could have a Shieldred, I guess. We'd Go for the Throat for it, though. What is this? AO? Feels like an AO. Okay. AO is pretty annoying here. He also has an Iganjo. Alright, well, I can't... Don't think I can block. Let's see, we don't know what's on top. Now I wish I would have maybe kept that Gix. Could have had a really interesting Gix situation, but... That's fine. I'm not going to block. I would like Shieldred in play, I think. That's insane. That is an unbelievable draw there. What if I just go Rafine attack all? I kind of like that. Gains me 10 life, puts me back to 22. And digs to Otawara, which is just broken here. He would get to Iganjo the Raven Man in that case, which kind of sucks. I guess I have to target Shieldred with this then. It's kind of awkward, but... Alright, do this. Yeah, I don't want to get blown out by Iganjo. So, he can Iganjo the Raven Man. A little unfortunate, but it's fine. I guess what I could have maybe done was... not sent the Raven Man, just send Ravens and Shieldred. That was probably better. Not Celestia Toxic. No, not that again. Yeah, I don't know what I was supposed to do here. I want to dig for Otawara pretty badly. Okay. Pitch this. I don't think Guardian's good anymore. Pitch those. Pitch Denick. Okay. You can eat a Raven if you'd like. I don't really care. Sure. Yeah, I think sending... I'm just gonna... I don't really want to go for the throw AO, because that could put him into Shieldred. Like, if he doesn't find Shieldred or go for the throat, he's just going to die. Otawara, I guess, would get me too, but this is fine. I don't really have to be afraid of AO here. Okay, I'm just gonna... That's totally fine. Alright, what if I kill the AO now? Problem is it could hit him into air tie. Counters there. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I think I just want to untap. Okay. Can't target Shieldred again, just like force him to block it. Yeah, I like that a lot, actually. Let's just force him to block the Shelly and guarantee that I get triggers here. Because if he has another Iganjo, I would get blown out if I tried to put it on the Rafine. Plaza. And this still digs me to Otawara. Guess I'm a land short, legend short of being able to do it though. Discard Loran. Discard Rafine. Discard Adeline. Okay, well, he has to block the Shieldred now. This is wild. I might actually end up timing out this match, unfortunately, but if it happens, I guess. You got it. He has to hug the Shelly, take 2, then go to 5 on his draw. Play this, go. Maybe he should just kill his Dennick so he stops gaining life. I think I'm going to go for that. I'm going to go for the throat, the Dennick, because I have air tie. Wow, he conceded. That was kind of him to not waste 3 more of my minutes. That's a guy who wants to get real testing in. Alright, that was kind. My 8 Wasteland deck won the Canadian RC? Really? The 8 Wasteland mono white deck? I did not see that. Huh. Interesting. Well, maybe we'll have to revisit that then, huh? I hadn't even seen that. I didn't look as hard at Canada as I did Europe. In fact, I really didn't even look at Canada at all. See, we'll have to, maybe we'll do a little bit of that this week then. I was unaware that happened. That's pretty sweet. Alright, so I'm on the draw now. I definitely don't like Gix on the draw. I think I want to try the Wedding, or the Wandering Emperor. Kaito Dancing Shadow is kind of a nice counter to AO too. It's like plus on AO every turn. I think if he still has AO in his deck, I'm gonna have Kaito in mind. Like, nice AO, plus, plus, plus. Just will do nothing all game. I think Kaito's like so awkward on the draw though. Oh god, is that even good? I mean, it seems probably better than Gix. Gix on the draw also seems pretty bad. Gix can just, like, spiral, though, is the interesting thing. Yeah, I can't do Kaito dancing on the draw. Just doesn't seem right to me. I'm just gonna leave the one of Gix. Not even sure that the Wandering Emperor is right, but I like being a little more reactive, I think, on the draw. Yeah. Keep this Kaito Shizuki into Rafine, pretty sick. Nice that we finally get a hand of 7 cards, and a hand with functional mana. Yeah, I guess I want that to be a land, because I want Iganjo to be a spell. I don't want to cut down any 2-drops, so this makes sense. Go ahead, Dark Slick, and we can kill most of his 3-drops. I guess Adeline would dodge it, Gix would dodge it. Alright, I'm a liar. There are plenty of 3-drops we can't kill here, but turn this off for now. Just need to save time. Go. I want to leave up cut down here. He's just gonna attack us. It's fine. Not blowing anything yet. He could have another Denic. Sure. I will cut this down. I am going to cut this down. Get this off the table. Okay, not terrible. Play Kaito. Blue, black, white. Minus make a guy. Could also just start looting. But minus make a guy makes sense to me here. What's he gonna do? Cut down my token? Like, seems like a massive win for me. Sure, dude. That is insanely poor. Yeah, there's a one of. Nassif was on one in the board. I mean, it looks pretty damn good here. My opponent just spewed a premium removal spell on a 1/1 token. Like, deal. Now I get to just start looting. I want to be sure I leave up Iganjo here. Plus here. Okay, I'm going to get rid of Dark Slick. I have to play Takenuma here. Could also just go Skrelv or a Fiend, but I really want to leave up Iganjo. Guess I just play this, play Skrelv, go. I'm gonna stop talking about my plays as much, chat, because I just need to try to not lose this match to clock here, so gonna be a little quieter. I'm not really gonna look at chat for the next 5 minutes. Because I would like to not time out. This is like a good match here. This is pretty important testing. Figure out how the mirror goes, so. Hey, thanks a lot, man. Odat Pro. Thank you very much. Appreciate the follow, dude. This resolves. Yep, Fiend resolves. You got it. Iganjo. Okay, that won't resolve. Mono Red Brew. Okay, give me a minute. I'm low on time here. What if I attack with Skrelv? Is that real? Like, play this. Attack with Skrelv? I kind of like that. I know that's like kind of weird, but... Oh, but I can't Iganjo if I do that. Okay, I'm just gonna attack. Oh, it's so good. Alright, damage plus Kaito. Draw a card. Okay, that's really nice. I guess I just play Rafine. Or do I just do nothing? This is like kind of hard, right? Because I need to keep the Iganjo open here. But I also need to like get on the board. He just cut it down. I mean, it's like not even that impressive. I'm just gonna say go. We're just gonna like leverage this Kaito to victory. Is gonna be my game plan here, my attempt at least. Maybe I'm just supposed to loot there instead of making that play. Because if I loot there, then I can jam Shieldred pretty safely. Problem is he could have Otawara. I don't know. Fortunately, he just attacked right into it. See if he has another one, maybe. F6. God, I hope I don't time out. This is the kind of game where I definitely might time out, though. It's like going to be really grindy and long. Plays another one, sure. Plays a Skrelv, which I can blow up with this Loran. It's kind of gas. So I don't need to attack here, but I kind of want to. Forces me to pitch a spell, though. It's probably just bad. I'm just not going to do that. Skrelv's probably real. Go ahead. I like keeping the Skrelv because I can connive it. Adeline, okay. Not leaving a white up, he couldn't, I guess. No option. Sure. Alright, this Kaito has been awesome. That's all I've got to say about this game, is that Kaito has been very real. Alright, I need to yield to these if I haven't already. Yield. Probably something I shouldn't yield to, but I'm so low on time that just gotta do stupid stuff. I can't cut it down anymore, that blows, but here we are. He could Otawara me here, that would really suck. I guess maybe I'm supposed to Loran then. Let's Loran. Let's just try to get his stuff off the table. Okay. Combat. Bang. Trigger. Pitch the Skrelv. Plus here. Okay, play Denic, blue, white. Play land, go. Yeah, I'm probably gonna time out here, chat. It's like very unlikely that I'll finish this, which really sucks. But we'll see. It's so annoying. I can't even F6 because I have this Skrelv too. Everything about it is so tilting. AO. Shieldred, that's pretty terrible for me. Attack with Adeline. Really feel like you should send the Adeline here. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna double block it, don't get me wrong. But to now auto yield to this Shieldred now too. Alright, so we'll try to double lock the Adeline. We'll see what happens. Dude, haven't I already always yielded to this thing? Okay, blocks. Okay. Sure. The good news is I think I was probably going to lose this game anyway. Just kind of seeing where this is at, but it's close. Combat. Okay, never mind. Maybe I wasn't. Pitch the Denic. God dang it, I think I was going to win this game now. It's hard to say, but... Go ahead. I think I am, like, favored on this board. Because he has to have an Otawara, or I guess he could, like, double up. He could cut down Skrelv and then go for the Throat Shelly, but... Like, I'm winning right now. I have 2 Denics in my yard as well. To, like, buy back. I don't know, this game would have gone a while, but... Ooh, Ludwig. Okay. Kind of cool. Doesn't work on Moto, which is kind of funny. But... Yeah, who knows what would have happened in this game. If this were a paper game, the Ludwig would actually have text. Card does nothing on Moto, because it's bugged. Really hope they can fix that bug, considering Esper is one of the best decks now, but... Don't even know if I'm supposed to make that attack, but nothing really matters. I'm just gonna lose to the frickin' clock. Sure. He gets Shieldred back. Yeah, this game was just gonna go for a long time. I have the Wandering Emperor coming, though, and I have a Denic in play. Like, I'm definitely winning this game. Like, I am ahead of my opponents, certainly, here. It's honestly not even that close. Black. Okay, he has another one. Alright, that blows. What I think is I still think I'm kind of winning. I don't know. He is about to play a Shieldred and has reanimate a Shieldred as well. So, like, it's kind of real, but I'm going to get to Wandering Emperor, eat the Rafine if he attacks, which he didn't do, and she's obviously not going to do with the clock where it's at. Gosh dang it. Drawing the Shieldred puts me even further ahead. I would attack here, I would loot away. So I would attack here as well. Yeah, I was going to win this game. I'm, like, very confident I'm winning. Like, super confident I'm going to win this game. If this is not on Moto. Like, I didn't even... Chat, this is an honest question. I really want people to be honest with me. I don't want people to bullshit here. Am I playing, like, particularly slow? Like, is my pace unreasonable? Or am I just bad at... I mean, it could be a mix. But do you guys think I play, like, obscenely slow with this deck? Like, again, I'm not the fastest player in the world, but I don't feel like my pace is that bad at all. I feel like it's more that I just don't manage the client well. But I mean, I don't know. Slower than Christmas, Digital says. Okay. That's fair. I feel like there might be a little bit of trolling there, but... Alright, thank you, Jake. That's good feedback. Digital. It's not the deck, it's the player. Well, obviously, yes, it's me. Not everybody times out all the time on Moto, you know? In San Diego, I think we would have finished this match. I'm not kidding. Like, I think the interface lost me a lot of time in this match, but I'm not certain of that. Alright, that makes sense, Jake. I'll try and be better about that, I guess. I do kind of, and some of it, I guess, has to do with streaming, too, right? Like, I'm explaining all the little things all the time, and I'm gonna keep doing that. Like, I think that's good. I think that's, you know, we've gotten good feedback on that on this stream multiple times. I think that kind of sets this stream apart from other ones, but yeah, I don't know. I appreciate getting some feedback, at least from everybody who watches, because, you know, some people tell me I'm like slow as molasses or whatever, but I think a lot of it is trolling and not actually real. Like, I don't get real advice from people all that often. I would like to hear what you guys think. I just want to say, though, I think we win that game easy. Like, I think in paper I would have won this match, because I do not think that we would have been at zeros in paper at all. Like, not even close. Because he... need a different gear for the more easy turns. Yeah, that is certainly some of it. Yeah, sort of, you know, that's a loss. It sucks, but I really think we are going to win. I think that the Shieldred off the top put me very far ahead again. Because we had a Denic. Like, I'm just going to keep getting clues. We're going to find an answer to his Shieldred eventually. We're either going to draw our third go for the... One of our three go for the throats. He might have been on 3-2, but he was on AO. So I think he was on the more, like, traditional list. But he might have had Destroy Evil then. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Whatever, I'm not too upset about it, because I genuinely believe in paper I win that match. I think we had a good plan. I think we were executing well, and that's, at the end of the day, that's what matters. I just need information for the RC. That's what all this is about. Oh, UDAT Pro. Yeah. Sorry, man. I got distracted. Yeah, where have you, did it get posted yet? I want to go ahead and put it in the chat for us. I'll gladly check it out. Far different from the current mono red list for the RC. Go 4-1 in arena leagues, but it's missing something. Okay. Alright. Let's go ahead and just put it up. So the whole chat can kind of see what's going on. I see. So you're on a warfare build. Okay. interesting. Wait. Huh. So you're goblins. Kind of. You're kind of goblins. Mostly goblins. Alright, this is pretty cool. Pretty unique, that's for sure. Gleeful Demolition. What are you blowing up with this? You can blow up... Oh, you blow up your own blood. Okay, that's kind of cool. You can blow up your own desks. Alright. Huh. I mean, I haven't played this deck, so, I mean, what have you kind of been thinking of it so far, Pro? I mean, it's hard for me to look at a list that's like this unique and say this is good, this is bad, because there are quite a few moving pieces here. Yeah, that makes sense, Pro. Oh, it does nothing if you don't get Horde Master. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of just like a go wide red deck, right? We just like go wide with tokens and then try to kill them with Warfare too. Making 5/1/1s is not that great, that's fair. Yeah. I mean, at least they're 2/1s if we Warfare them. Maybe this should be a 4 of. I don't know. The double Horde Master turns are crushing. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. I felt like the Warfare is probably pushed, like, make the 1/1s pretty real. Also, Fuseling is just messed up. Like, Fuseling is not going to be a 1/1. This is going to be a big boy. Huh. This deck looks pretty interesting. I could maybe see a third Warfare. How have you liked your, like, Grixis and Esper matchups? I mean, that's really what matters now, right? Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not a secret to me. I understand what this card does. I've played this limited format. I know how disgusting this card can be. I've seen board states with this guy and the 3-mana artifact that makes a haster every turn, right? And then just like keeps sacking, just like keeps putting counters on it. Yeah, ODAT Pro, I'll definitely think about it, and we also do, I mean, we do deck donations on the stream too, if you ever were interested in that. Just like, can donate $5, I'll run it through a league, you can hop on a Discord call with me if you would choose to do so. You also don't have to do that, it's just your option. Oh yeah, not being able to kill Shieldred, sure. Is there any world where we like play some black mana and then play Go for the Throat? I know some red decks have started doing that, and I think that's like kind of interesting. But the problem is it's just not free in this format. Our mana is just not too many tap lands. We also probably can't play Foundry if we do that. It'd be like 4 Blackleaf Cliffs, 4 of the Haunted Ridge, and then yeah, it's probably just bad. But the 3-mana red removal spell is just so inefficient. It like looks good on paper, but like there's so many games where you have to use it on a 3/3, a Corpse Appraiser, a Goblin token, a Fable, flip Fable, and then they just shielded you later, and then you were like down a ton of mana. Yeah, Voltage Surge is nice. Voltage Surge is nice for sure. Yeah. That's actually really cool, because it just deals 5, so that deals with Shieldred. That's actually really good. You do. Yeah, I mean, the deck is certainly capable of seeing cards, and it could see even more cards if it wanted to. And we could play, like, more grindy stuff in the sideboard, too. Like, the deck could easily play Bankbuster post-board. just as like a kind of a grindy card. I think of other like good grindy card, Koth, Fable. You can do like whatever you want. I mean, there are just so many things you can do in Standard with your sideboard to transition. So we just have such good tools to do so. That's true, yeah. I mean, that's big. Yeah. Rabbit Battery is a really powerful card. I've seen this one in action quite a bit. I don't know. My like inclination, just like looking at the deck, is I could definitely see a 4th Warfare, but you also don't want to flood on it, so like maybe that's not real. I don't know. Might be worth trying though. With where the format has kind of gotten to, I feel like we should probably play more than 2 Voltage Surge in the main deck. I think we'd maybe just want to main deck all 4, because I think it's pretty real against Grixis, even if you don't sack a thing. And then it's definitely good against Esper. Like, I feel like you definitely want to be able to kill Rafine every time they play it. Same with, like, Thalia against your deck could be a little annoying, maybe. I guess you have a lot of creatures, so maybe that's not even true, but we still want to get it off so we can play Warfare on 3. So yeah, I mean, Thalia is still, like, a little bit of a problem. But those are, like, a couple, like, brief things I would maybe try. Boring answer for this deck. Fable slots into this strategy. It does. That's fair. I mean, Gregory's certainly right. And if we don't main deck Fable, we could certainly sideboard it, right? There probably should be 4 in the 75. Yeah, because it even is Goblin synergy. It is slow, Pro. I mean, it might be a board plan. Maybe you have, like, the big red board plan of that current mono red is using, where you just board into 4 Fable, 4 Koth or something. You are a little bit land-light for that, though. I don't know. Something to think about, though. But I think Gregory definitely has a point there. White for better removal, but Turbo Red was where it wanted to be. Sure. All right. Okay. Yeah, and maybe it is main deck too slow. I don't know. It's really up to you, man. But I think that was a really good suggestion from Gregory, so something to consider at least. And then, like I said, I could maybe see a 4th Warfare. I think more Voltage Surge main might be good. Maybe we're playing like a few too many creatures, but until... This is definitely a deck that I would need to pick up, and really, like, anytime I look at a deck and make suggestions. Like, if I've never played it before, I'll give you some brief stuff, but I'm the kind of player that really needs to play cards to give good feedback. And I feel like that's kind of true with most players, even though a lot of people might not admit that, but... If you don't play with a card, it's kind of hard to assess how good or bad it is in matchups. But, you know, we are playing just, like, a lot of, like, random creatures that, like, don't generate value. So I assume those kind of creatures, like, in a lot of spots are going to line up poorly with Esper and Grixis, right? Because they just, like, can cut down our thing or whatever. Yeah, I know you've got Jaya. You might want more, though. Maybe you want Fable and Jaya. I don't know. Just something to think about. Yeah, it does. It gets invoked. Fable also protects your Mechanized Warfare from invoke, which is kind of real, I think. Anyway, those are kind of some thoughts that I have. Hopefully that was insightful enough. Let's get back into Esper here. Would like to play first. Gonna do this. This hand is good enough. we hit a land, it's broken. It's an actually broken hand if we hit an untapped land on turn 3 and every land in the deck enters untapped, other than the one of Rafine's Tower, actually. We do have one tower, so we could get screwed by that, but hopefully not. Cast a legendary spell. Is San Diego this weekend? No, Heater, it's like a month away still. Yeah. So yeah, 3 weeks. NRG is 2 weeks. Or is it 4? Yeah, it's 3 weeks, right? I think? Or is it 4 weeks away? I think it's San Diego. Alright, well, we drew a land. That's good. Losing Skrelv sucks. I'm going to really hope they're not playing the 4 cut down build. I think I want to play the... I don't want either of them to get eaten, but I'd rather this get eaten than this, so let's do this. Play this into Adeline. Where's NRG? You know, I don't know where this one's actually at, to be honest. Alright, he didn't kill my thing. That's big. Ooh, what a rip that is. That is just better than Adeline, I think. Although this does get cut down, whereas this does not. But the cut down would probably want to target this. I kind of want to get a counter on this. Make it so it can't die to a braid. Or cut down. Yeah, I love this here. This is excellent. Then I get to pitch the Transmogrant, and he can't eat it. And I just get to buy it back if he plays 2 lands. So, pretty free here, I think. Oh, that's such a nice draw, too. Alright. Yeah, I would imagine it's Transmogrant. Thank you, Digital. Yeah, I haven't decided if I'm going to it yet. I really want to. I just love Pioneer, and I think I'll do pretty well if I go. Hopeful that I do well. Obviously, I might not, but I've been doing really well in Pioneer lately. 19-2 with that red-black deck. Queued for Dallas this weekend with it. Won Store Champs with it. And until I got sick last season, like, I was very much in the Players' Championship race. Whether or not I would have gotten it, you know, it really doesn't matter. The point is, though, I'm kind of hungry to go play an NRG. And the thing is, like, NRG is more relevant than ever this season because now they give you PT qualifications, so there's like a really real reason to play these. The heck is this? In a braid? No blocks. He has well, yeah, he must have a braid. That's my guess. He could, I guess, have a Brotherhood's End too, but that's all fine. Okay. Well, now I'm just going to play an Adeline. Oh, what a draw. And Skrelv. And, like, he can eat my Transmog, but he's so far behind that I just don't think I care at all. Okay, so I want to resolve this first, target this. Okay, pitch Loran, pitch to lose here. Boom, boom. Go. Otawara is a nice little answer to Shelly, which is probably one of his only outs here, is just like putting a Shelly into play. Is he going to Corpse Appraise? That is something I don't care very much about. Care a little bit about it, but what do you even eat here? Do you eat the Denic? I mean, you got to eat the Denic, right? The Transmog's a huge problem, too. I don't even care which one he eats. They're both insane. pick your poison. Sure. I'll gladly put Denick back into play, man. Probably pretty close to being able to lethal my opponent here. I can activate Skrelv on the Adeline, making it unblockable. And then just, like, put counters on the Rafine. Yeah, I mean, if we draw spells, he's dead. I'm going to get 4 loots. So I get to see the top 5 cards in my deck here. He kills a 1/1 token. That is freaking embarrassing, man. That is so embarrassing. It's hilarious. Alright, well, I guess he had to, though, because he had to make this be able to be blocked. That is so funny. He didn't kill a token, he killed a Skrelv. But either way, oh, man. Oh, man. Alright, that's nice. That is nice. Alright, well, Planeswalkers, Transmog, go for the throat, and Lorenz on the draw. That's what we did last time. That's what I'm going to do again. Gix, no thanks. Toulouse, no thanks. Was it Adeline, no thanks? Did I not bring in... What did I not have last time? I'm trying to remember. I don't believe I cut the Raven Man. Maybe I cut the Adelines. Maybe I didn't have the Wandering Emperor or the Kaito. I feel like the Kaito, in theory, should be pretty good here, but maybe it isn't. Did I do this last time? Yeah, this may have been what I did last time. This is a kind of hefty mana investment, and Thalia is still in my deck. Same with the Wandering Emperor. Honestly, the only good thing about the Emperor is it has Flash. It's the only thing I like about it in this matchup. Yeah, screw this. I don't want this either. I think I'm going to stay with a Gix, maybe. I think the Wandering Emperor seems a little silly. It might be able to randomly tag a Shieldred or something, or a Fable, but just don't want to walk that into a Make Disappear. I don't know. Well, this hand's good. If they have a good hand, they'll be able to counter it just fine, though. But this is about as good as I can ask for. Mana is actually perfect. Double black, double blue, and double white. And it goes 1, 2, 3. I mean, this is like why the Esper deck is so good. It's a nice draw, too. But the reason Grixis is so good is it can easily beat this hand, so... Okay, well, another good draw for us. I'm just going to play Thalia and see if he has Make Disappear. If he has Make Disappear, then I just attack. Okay, now I just sit back. Joymonger, thank you! Thank you, thank you. So, it's clear that he does not have a Braid. He does not have Make Disappear. He could have Cut Down. It's theoretically possible. I think I just don't want Thalia to get Go for the Throated, so I'm just gonna say go. I feel like he doesn't have... He could have... if he had a Braid, he would have used it. So he could have Go for the Throat, and he just couldn't convert on the Skrelv. Okay, that's kind of what I feel like is happening here. Is there's a Go for Throat in our opponent's hand. I'm gonna just... I mean, we're just gonna do the thing, I guess. Excuse me. He could have top decked Make Disappear, but he probably didn't have it last turn. Okay, I'm only going to send Thalia here. Do not want to lose my Rafine. Do this. We could get Brotherhoods ended. That'd be real, I guess. You could go untap land Brotherhoods end you. Okay, I'm just going to pitch a Thalia. Yeah, I mean, if he goes untap land Brotherhoods end, it's like still very much a game. Just gotta see what happens. Maybe he like kept a Shieldred hand or something too. I don't know. I think he just kept kind of a bad hand. He hasn't done anything in 3 turns. Like, that's inexcusable. Like, to be fair, I did have the nuts. Like, this is the nut draw. Like, Skrelv, Thalia, Rafine. But I did it on the draw in game 2. Like, opponent should have at least had a plan for it. And so far, they've done nothing that would show me they had a plan. Like I said, though, Brotherhood's End would be, like, kind of real here. I think a Shieldred is, like, not great. But, I mean, if Shieldred's all they have, it's probably what they'll do. But it's obviously going to get just massively screwed by this air tie. Okay, that makes sense. And that's kind of what I thought was coming. So that all checks. That all tracks. Okay, Otawara there, kind of good. I think I'm just going to leave up air tie here. Combat, attack you. Should have waited on my land drop. It's really bad. Really, really stupid. Really, really stupid. Thalia or go for the throat? I've got a lot of interaction between Airtie and Otawara, so I'm like tempted to get rid of the go, but it's like close. I'm going to get rid of the go for the throat. I think Thalia to pressure might be really important, so go ahead. I can't cut down the Rafine anymore. That's good. Not being able to Plaza here was disgusting. That's just all on me. Very poor. This should be in my hand. This should be in play. And then I would basically just have 4 spells in my hand. That was just me playing too quick. Is I think certainly a little bit of a byproduct of me losing 1 to clock in this league. I think I would have thought about that more had we not already lost 1 to clock, but what are you going to do? It's fine. I think we're going to be A-okay. Opponent really in the tank here, my goodness. Which I don't really get. It's kind of obvious I have an air tie. I just pitched a go for the throat, for God's sakes. Like, you know my hand is pretty legit. At the least, you should expect I have another go for the throat. Like, even if you don't have the air tie read here, you should have the go for the throat read. You should have a read that I can interact with a Shieldred. Clearly. I'm not just going to pitch go for the throat for no reason, but man, they are tanking on this. nothing. That's fine. I'm gonna do nothing as well. Just sit here and do nothing. Do this. You can have a card. You could still cut this down. That would really suck. The good news is, so far, playing that MTGO hasn't been, like, crazy costly. Okay, I cannot pitch this turn, because he could Corpse Appraise it. I kind of hate that. It does get him for more damage, though, even if he Corpse... What if I just pitch the Thalia? Pitch Thalia here, play Plaza, say go. Kind of think that's a little bit real. Or I just pitch an Otawara. Pitching Otawara is like real too, but then I don't have two answers to Shieldred, which I kind of like. This is a very close call. The good news is I would have ended up playing the MTGO as a land here regardless, so I think this all works out okay, but... Go. The only problem is I, like, wouldn't have necessarily had to airtie, but I probably always would have airtied there because this plays around Invoke pretty well. Okay, there's a Fable. It's fine. Unfortunately, I cannot Otawara that. Yeah, it sucks. Okay. Well, the good news is Transmog's gonna really start threatening him now. How much? Alright, so first let's do this. He does have 4 non-basics, so... Okay, that's insanely good. Let's pitch this. Alright, so I actually... Do I have enough black mana? I don't. I'm 1 black mana short of being able to do what I want here. Okay, I think I just like Shieldred Otawara you then. It's frustrating. But Corpse Appraiser might just not be good enough here. I need to try and figure this out. This is like really, 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 really close. I think it's just Shieldred, though. He's in a lot of trouble. Yeah, Corpse Appraiser here would just be so disgusting. Really don't want to deal with it. But I can, like, protect my Shelly. Whatever, this is okay. Play this, do this. Yeah, I like this, because this, like, even if he Corpse Appraises, like, I can just protect my Shelly with Otawara. He clearly doesn't have Go for Throat because Rafina's still in play. If he, like, resolves an Invoke, he just kills himself now, pretty much. I feel pretty good about where I'm at. And this also makes the Fable loot kind of a joke. Like, what are you going to do? Take 4 more? And it's pretty clear his hand is not that good. I don't know, I guess it's not totally clear his hand isn't that good with how this game is played out. But, yeah, okay, well, it's not good enough to beat this board. We know that. Okay, he does 1. Okay, go to 7. Okay, you can attack. I don't think I block, because that turns on the Brotherhood's End and a Braid. It's like a no-block situation here. It's fine. Leaves him with a 2-2, which I kind of hate, but this is just the proper play. Okay. That is getting Odawara'd, sir. Okay. Bounce this. Now I get to attack with both. If I draw any spell, the game's over. Because I get to put a counter on the Rafine. He has to chump block with Blood Tithe Harvester, and I get to lead Plaza up to protect this, and we have buyback Razor Lash. So this game's like very over. Be quite surprised if opponent wins. So gonna be 3-0 in this league, lose a match to the Moto Clock, and I was probably going to win that one. It was a mirror match, for those who weren't here to see it. And for the record, we should have lost the clock even harder, because my opponent didn't melt my clock in game 2 either, like he could have. He's actually kind of a nice guy about it. Okay, another Razor Lash. Well, now he's gonna... Yeah, the game's just over. Combat. Attack all. Jump block. Counter on the Rafine. Yeah, okay. Alright, oh, we're 3-1. We've beaten, what, Grixis, Atraxa. I think we beat the Mirror. We lost, quote-unquote, lost to the Mirror. Or like I lost to the Clock. And then here we beat Grixis, so... Pretty predictable league. Nothing too surprising here. In fact, I've literally only lost one game in this league. I've actually only lost one game of Magic in this league. One real game of Magic. This deck is nice. Very well built here by Nassif, which is really no surprise. One of the best to ever do it. It is so nice to have competitive Magic back again, man. So nice to just get to see these guys' lists, kind of understand why these lists are good, why they make the decisions they make, play with their decks, and then get really good with their decks. Like, Shota's Rakdos deck has done so much for me. And without the PT, I just never get that deck. Okay, probably playing an Esper mid-range mirror. The hand is fine. It's good enough. I'm on the draw, which is pretty bad, and I don't have a Skrelv, but I'm not going to mulligan a 2 into Rafine with a Gix. Okay, they didn't have a 1 either. Just going to lead on Sanctum. Sanctum into Dark Slick here. Oh, he's on Grixis now. Interesting. I didn't even realize that was a lounge. Alright, well, nothing really changes, except I'm probably going to play Thalia instead of Dennick. Trying to not get fabled, but they could just have, like, any of their good cards here. Make Disappear or Cut Down. Okay, he did not have either. And now he can't fable me. So that is huge. It's a hard turn. I think I'm actually going to Dennick. Well, maybe not. I know he doesn't have Make Disappear, right? Or he would have done it. And I know that he doesn't have Cut Down, or he would have done it. So I can assume he does not have cut down or make disappear. And if I don't think he has either of those, then Rafine makes pretty good sense. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna Rafine. I don't know. This might be dumb. I don't know, maybe I was supposed to play Denick. It's like close. The thing is, like, I have to be a little afraid of Corpse Appraiser here, right? Just like abrade your Thalia, Corpse Appraise you. Then he would just do it to the Denick. It doesn't really change much, but then I still have Thalia in play and I get to Rafine the following turn. You could very realistically have Go for the Throat here too, and I'd rather him spew Goes on not these three creatures. I could, I guess, play Gix too. I don't love being mana inefficient. It's like really close. This is really, really close. I guess if I let Thalia die, I can draw another 2-drop. This is a really hard turn. I don't actually know what's right. We know he doesn't have Cut Down. We know he doesn't have Make Disappear, probably. So I can eliminate those. I think because I don't expect either of those, I kind of want to just be mana efficient and do this. This did take me a while, but I think this is right. It's really, really close, though. You like Gix Eater? I guess we did have 2 Gix. The problem with Gix is it's so bad into Corpse Appraiser, right? Okay, he did have Abrade. Okay. It's also not great into that, although he probably still abrades Thalia. I just didn't like the way it lined up into Corpse Appraiser, but I guess it still lined up okay because... Yeah, no, it still lined up okay. Because I just put a counter on it with Rafine the following turn. I play Rafine attack and then pitch a spell, and then he like can't block and I get to draw a card. You're right, we should have played Gix. Gix was the right line there. Okay, well, we got lucky. Now he's in huge trouble. Oh, interesting. Do I want a double 2-drop or Gix? I mean, Gix really gets the card flow going. But Guardian Denick makes it so that, like, Goblin Shaman just, like, can't attack. And I think Guardian's, like, really good in the matchup. And then I guess Gix later. I kind of like that more. As I don't need to do anything yet. If I'm not going to play Gix, I should just attack. So let's start there. I do want to get this out of cut down range, I think. So I think I pitch a Gix. He probably won't even remotely play around the second copy. And I'm just going to double 2-drop. Alright, so Rafine ended up working out really well. Don't know if it was the right play, but my god, is it going to work out well. That Guardian was a filthy draw. I do not want to play this, really. Just going to play another Plaza. White. Go. Yeah, I know he doesn't have cut down, so I could have F6 there, but whatever, this is fine. Isn't the RC over already? It depends which one you're talking about. They're all over the world, man. I'm in America, so mine is certainly not over. But yes, the Japanese one, the European one, some other ones too. Oh boy, that's... I don't have an answer to that right now. That's potentially a problem. Come back to Pioneer. We have Kool-Aid and fried chicken. Well, I just played Pioneer this weekend, actually. I won an RCQ with Shota's deck, the red-black Mutavault deck. Alright, what do we have to do here? I feel like I have to put counters on this Denic. Is that crazy? It's like, play Gix. I definitely like this. Just need to find an Otawara. Otawara or the Go for the Throat, which I guess means I should play a land here too, huh? Yeah, I've got to play a land here. Okay. This one. Okay, we hit the Otawara. Discard 3. I'm just gonna discard... Now I don't even need to discard all spells. Now we can, like, think pretty hard about this. I think it's just Loran, Plains Thalia. Yeah, I like that. Bounce this. Okay. Do what you want. God, Rafine is so broken, it's insane. It's such an unbelievable card. I think I just let the trade happen here. Airtie is, like, too good to give up. Just deal 6, gain 4, lose 2, draw 2 here. I really hate losing the Guardian, but I think I need to. I can't really pitch this card. It's, like, way too important to deal with that Shelly. Alright, this trade's fine. Yes. Yes. Do I want to hit my land drop? Probably. Could mean I could double spell next turn, so... I'd rather have it than Takanuma. Yeah. I'm gonna play this as a land. Whoa. Did I already play my land? Oh, I already played my land. Never mind. That's right. I played my land in case I needed to go for the throat. Ignore me, chat. Trying to cheat. Filthy, dirty cheater over here. I do just get to buy back a creature here, though. How cool is that? If I want to. Set an upkeep stop here. Yep, that's just gonna die immediately. I think we just win again. I'm not even gonna bother with Takanuma yet. I don't know what I want. I guess Loran's pretty stinking good, but I can just wait. It's like a good counter to Corpse Appraiser too, by the way. Alright, Airtie. Blue. Black. Colorless. Colorless. Yeah. Alright, opponent's had enough. Yeah. Yeah, we probably can, honestly. This deck's, like, probably real in Pioneer. It's gotta be close. We've lost to it before on stream in Pioneer. I have literally lost to Esper Legends in Pioneer in a league. I think we were playing white mid-range at the time. But yeah, we can do that. Let go, Mr. Moneyman. Alright, how do we board again? 2 Adeline, 2, was 1 Gix, 2 Toulouse, and was that it? I bring in the Razor Lash, the 3-mana Kaito, the Go for the Throat, and the 2 Lorans. Yep, okay. That's our sideboard plan. Let's see if we can get to 4-1 here. 4-1 where the loss was to the clock. Through the league where I lost 1 game of Magic. Not too sad about it if we can win here. This hand's good. It's got Rafine, good mana, kill spell for Shieldred, kill spell for Fable, good 2-drop. About as clean as it gets. I mean, that's what it is. And then Corpse Appraiser's really messed up. But yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's a very correct assessment. Okay, now I'm going to Thalia probably instead of Dennek, but we'll see. Make him have to cut down. He probably mulligan to it. Certainly a 1-mana kill spell. I assume he has at least 1. Jeez. Okay, well, we're going to Thalia you. That is a really rough mulligan there. He might have like a Brotherhood's End or something, maybe. Just kind of have to see. Can't Brotherhood's End here, obviously, but and it's not gonna look like particularly crazy here. Again, he could just still have cut down. No way. Oh, okay, Blood Tithe. Okay, so we have like real decision to make here. Ooh. All right. I still think it might just be Loran pop your blood so he can't kill my Thalia with that. And then next turn, I can either Rafine or Gix. Or I could double 2-drop depending on the situation. I don't know, let's think about this. This is like really close. The fact that Gix doesn't die to cut down is pretty beautiful. So we'd have to have a Braid or Go for the Throat. If it's Go for the Throat, he doesn't have Go for the Throat for the Rafine. I don't love Loraning blood tokens. It's certainly not, like, ideal, but in this specific spot, it looks, like, kind of good. And even if he goes Untapped Land Brotherhood's End, he kills his own Blood Tithe, too, so it's a clean 2 for 2. And then I can double spell the following turn if he kills my Thalia. So kind of close. It's really, but for me here, it's between Gix and Loran. Gix is going to put me up a card, and then he has to deal with the Gix. And then if he can't deal with the Gix, let's say he has, you know, Land Shieldred. I go for the Throat, I hit him, I draw another card. I'm just up a lot of cards that way. Maybe I go with Gix. Let him go kill Thalia. Yeah, I think I like the Gix line very slightly better, too. It certainly has higher upside. Yeah. I don't disagree. Yeah, giving ourselves more cards is pretty nice with the Rafine, too. It's like going to give me more options on the loots. Keeping Loran for Fable is probably pretty important, theoretically, too. Or Bankbuster. Bankbuster is, like, kind of a really annoying roadblock in this matchup, so just keeping my answer to it's nice. So, okay, I have the upkeep stop, so we're good there. So just not gonna attack with Gix here, I guess. Yeah. Oh, it's 3 mana. That sucks. Alright, we're still gonna do it. I guess? Hold on. What if I go Otawara and then play to Dennek? That might be better. And then I can go for the Throat later. That's actually a lot better, right? No, it's not, because I can't play Dennek because I don't have an untapped land. And so it's not a lot better. But it might be better. Yeah, exactly. I missed that too. I was thinking about Otawara as a land drop and as a spell. Obviously, it can't be both. Making him replay the Shieldred is, like, kind of cool, though. We get a couple looks for a land. We get my draw step and the draw off the... Yeah, you know, I'm gonna do this. I think this is probably better. I really do. Yeah, but I kind of want him to replay the thing, and I want him to think I don't have the go... Like, now look at how good this is going to be, right? Now we get to... Because we had looks for lands here was the key. That was the key. Your go. Yeah. Would like to do that. Okay, Brotherhood's End, really gonna suck. I need to think about if I want to play the Denick or not. I think Denick makes more sense than Skrelv to me here. Because it actually gets to rumble and it stops a Corpse Appraiser off the top. Just like a pretty good draw here. Yeah, I can play Skrelv next turn and play the tap land and go for the Throat Shelly, so seems good. Go. Brotherhood's End gonna be bad for me either way, so... Okay. Getting invoked. Could see an invoke here. Okay. Alright, well, that's why we held Loran, was for this exact situation. Thing looks pretty okay here. So this is interesting. I feel like it's just Loran Skrelv. I can't imagine there's another line. He has Shieldred and one unknown. By the way, now that we've played the game this way, our Go for the Throat's going to be 2 mana, and we're going to be able to double spell on the next turn, so I am happy I waited on this. The only way it could possibly get punished, really, is if he goes Shieldred, untap land, and randomly has Negate in his deck for some reason. Which should just be a psychotic card to have in your deck, but possible, I guess. The Shelly. There she is. It's about to be real dead. Get off my board, please. Okay, draw. That's beautiful. Alright, let's play Rafine. Combat. Just Loran. Probably pitching other Loran here, more than likely. Yep. Not gonna play that land. That's like actually a real spell here. Gonna have 6. Another Brotherhood's End would be pretty good from the opponent. Brotherhood's End and then cut down Rafine. It's really the only thing I'm afraid of here, I think. Even if he has that, he'll have no cards at that point. Oh, another Bankbuster. Okay, we might be Takanuming another Loran back. It's kind of funny. I don't know. We also might just be killing our opponent, like, very soon. We'll think on this. I just need to not lose to another Brotherhood's End. That's really what we're trying to beat right now. Okay. Draw. Okay. We also have a Denick to buy back, which is interesting. I think probably not right here, but... Well, what's step one? Probably attack with both these. I could also, I guess, return Gix. What if I just return Gix and then just start drawing a ton of cards? I don't know, leaving up Plaza makes sense to me. I'm just going to leave up Plaza. Let's just not be greedy. Target the Rafine here. They just pitch Dennick and Darkslick and then play the Raven Man, get a 1-1, really just make him have the Brotherhood's End or lose immediately, and even if he has the Brotherhood's End, I get to save something. This stops Corpse Appraiser, though, which could dig him to the Brotherhood's End, so maybe I actually keep the Dennick and ditch the Raven Man. Yeah, I think I like that more, actually. Kind of wild, but I don't want him to be able to dig. That would be an issue. It's really trying to just not let our opponent out of a pretty heavy vice grip right now. Go. And someday I'm gonna hit one of those transmogrants to be able to buy those back too. It should be pretty sweet. Okay, make disappear, sure. Yep. That sound kind of wild, but I think there was some argument for him to make disappear this Dennick. Because I may not have paid. Because leaving up Plaza here is just so critical. Like, because the Brotherhood's End is the only way I can lose from this position. The literal only possible way. I guess maybe there's some, like, sequence of just a ton of kill spells, but pretty unlikely. I mean, I've got Plaza, right? So, alright, well, that league was insane. I lost one game. It was to the mirror, and then we timed out in that mirror. But I was ahead in game 3. And a lot of the timeout, too, was just my functioning of the client, not necessarily our pace of play either. Like, I really believe in paper I win that match. Like, I'm pretty confident that guy loses to me if we're sitting at a table. But regardless, deck was awesome. I really, really like a lot of the cards that Nassif added to this deck. I had not played with the Guardian of New Benalia yet, but the synergy between Guardian and Adeline is particularly impressive. And it's also key in the mirror that Guardian can never get Iganjo'd. Like, you just can always just make it indestructible in combat, too. So, like, the only real answer to it in the mirror is exactly Otawara. And Otawaring a 2-drop is kind of embarrassing. So that's, like, kind of interesting. But we had Guardian be really good for us a lot there. I was very impressed with that.